It was one of those mornings where the air feels thick enough to drink, the ground still soft from the night before, and 200 recruits were already running on fumes, staring at this massive wooden wall like it was some kind of bad joke. Over 3 meters high, scarred with boot marks from every failed attempt, it stood there like it was mocking them. Nobody had made it over yet. You could hear the muttering, the cursing, the little nervous laughs that said, "Yeah, this is impossible." And that's when Harper Lane showed up pushing her squeaky cleaning cart across the training field like she belonged to a completely different world. She wasn't in uniform, at least not the kind that earned you salutes, just a faded janitor's shirt and sneakers that had seen better days. She kept her head down, the cart rattling over gravel, probably hoping to slip past without getting noticed, but of course, that didn't happen. One recruit with a buzz cut leaned back, grinning like he'd been waiting for a distraction. "Hey, careful, janitor wall might bite ya." His buddies snorted, tossing in their own cracks. Sergeant Collins, the kind of guy who lived for moments like this, folded his arms and called out, "Tell you what, Lane, if you're feeling brave, give it a shot. Hell, blindfold yourself, make it a show." You could tell he thought it was funny. Everyone did until Harper stopped. Didn't argue, didn't even look at them. Just tied that black cloth over her eyes, backed up a few steps, and God, I wish you could have seen their faces when she sprinted forward, hit her stride like she'd mapped the ground in her head, and cleared that wall in one clean arc without touching it. Landed soft, steady, like it was nothing. She pulled the blindfold off slow, folded it neat, and walked back to her cart while the whole place went silent. Not smug, not showing off, just done. Brooks, the lieutenant up on the observation platform, was watching with that unreadable half-smile, like he'd just connected some dots the rest of us didn't even know existed. The recruits, though, they didn't know whether to be impressed or pissed, so they defaulted to what they did best: trash talk. Break time came, and the air felt thicker. A wiry kid with a mouth too big for his own good called out, "Yo, janitor lady, you just get lucky, or what?" She kept moving, didn't even blink, but the way she held her shoulders made him sit up a little straighter. Then a tall woman with a ponytail tossed a crumpled paper towel toward her cart, missed, and said, "Oops, guess you'll have to clean that too." Laughter followed, sharper this time. Harper bent, picked it up, and dropped it in the trash without a word. You could feel the irritation growing in them, not because she'd done something wrong, but because she didn't give them the satisfaction of reacting. Lunch was worse. That lanky guy with the gold chain started in about giving her a ladder, how they'd buy her a steak if she made it over. His friend accidentally kicked over her mop bucket, sending dirty water everywhere. She knelt, wiped it up calm as ever, but I swear you could see her grip tighten on that rag for just a second. Later that afternoon, Collins had them back at the wall. Muddy boots, groans, another round of failures. And then, like he couldn't help himself, called out, "Hey, janitor, come show these recruits what failure looks like." Phones came up, bets were made. Someone tossed her that same black blindfold, and without hesitation, she caught it, tied it on, and stepped to the wall again. Now here's the thing: if you've ever seen someone in their element, you know it before they even move. The way she stood there, knees bent just so, weight balance at it, was like muscle memory was already taking over. The jeers kept coming, but she just took a slow breath, stepped back, and then she was flying again, light, precise, and over the wall before half of them could process what they were seeing. The place went dead quiet, then erupted in disbelief. One guy pushed forward, shouting about tricks and cheating, but Harper just met his eyes and said, "No trick." And that was a shut up. Collins wasn't laughing anymore. He demanded to know who she was, where she'd learned that, but all she gave him was, "Just the janitor." Brooks, though he knew, pulled her file from his case, a photo of Harper Lane in a Navy SEAL training instructor uniform, a record for that exact climb, blindfolded, in under 7 seconds. Word got around fast. The loudest ones, the chain guy, the gum chewer, they were suddenly reassigned, were just gone. No speeches, no drama. The rest got quieter. Some started watching her in a different way, like maybe there was more to her than they'd wanted to believe. And here's the twist: one evening, this black SUV pulls up. Out steps a tall man in a dark jacket, broad shoulders, calm stride. He walks straight to Harper, leans down, says something low, and she nods, goes right back to her work. Didn't matter that the recruits didn't know his name. You could feel the shift in the air. Even Collins looked thrown. By the end of the week, Harper was gone. No farewell, no explanation, just replaced by a new janitor who had no idea they were pushing their cart over the same ground where a blindfolded legend had just changed the way people looked at each other. The recruits went back to their drills, but they weren't the same. The quiet ones held on to it like a secret worth keeping. Collins started reading his rosters a little slower. Brooks kept that folder in his case. I still think about how she carried herself. No need to prove anything. No chest thumping, just waited for the right moment. Then let the truth speak louder than any insult ever could. So yeah, if you've ever been written off, underestimated, laughed at, maybe take a page from Harper Lane. Keep doing the work, keep your head down, but when the time comes, show them exactly who you are. And when you do, don't stick around for their approval. Now tell me, if you'd been there, standing on that field, would you have joined in the jeering or kept your mouth shut? Do you think Collins was out of line, or was it all just part of the game? Drop your take below, because I promise you, this one's going to stir up a fight.